Hi, my name's Andrew Sears, and I'm the president of City Vision University. And I just want to give an update to the introduction of technology, life balance, and behavioral addictions. Now, this course has recently been updated, and the good news is that the course, as it was written before, was considered one of the best courses by our students in terms of the reviews. I've heard from so many students that it was really transformative in their own life and it really helped equip them. But we've done some things that we think have significantly improved it. So I want to just go over those with you. So first, what's unique about this course? It's interdisciplinary between the fields of addiction counseling, ministry, and media ecology. So if you just come from one of those fields, it may be a little unusual, the approach that we're taking here. So the second thing, and this kind of relates to the interdisciplinary, really there's four frameworks. Addiction counseling uses largely the clinical counseling framework. Ministry uses the biblical pastoral framework, but also it kind of overlaps with a personal growth framework. And really, that's a big focus of this course, is with you experientially using this course for your own personal growth. So learning by doing. We believe in practicing what you preach. And the topics covered in this course generally apply to just about everyone. Because of that, it's really important to try to improve our own growth, our own use of technology, our own life balance, and avoiding behavioral addictions. And then the fourth framework is really life skills, and that's really teaching skills to proactively work towards health rather than, often in addiction counseling, it's reactively addressing a problem. So the other thing about this course is it reflects City Vision's core value and competency in technology. So the three values, if you go to our About page, you'll see it's Jesus, justice, and technology. So City Vision and myself has a pretty strong core competency in tech-related addiction. So it's arguable that technology-related addictions are becoming the most pervasive behavioral addictions. So a major focus of this course will be to provide life skills in managing technology-related addictions as a model to use for other behavioral addictions. So you can think like we're doing a really deep dive on tech-related addictions, but that could apply to gambling addiction or could apply to other behavioral addictions. So another way of looking at this is looking at the interdisciplinary perspective. So you have a framework for chemical addictions, and then you have a framework for behavioral addictions, meeting clinical counseling criteria, and there's very specific criteria that we'll go through in some of the material in this course. And then there's another category that from a ministry perspective, you would call it behavioral idolatry, but from a counseling perspective, you might call it unhealthy subclinical conditions or problematic conditions. So the clinical and drug counseling, clinical drug and alcohol counseling is really focused on chemical addictions. Clinical addiction counseling covers both chemical addictions and behavioral addictions, but generally has a very strong focus on chemical addictions. It kind of emphasizes behavioral addiction. But then if you take a pastoral or a biblical framework, it really is concerned about all three of those. And I like the quote from Rick Warren is that there's two types of people, those who are in recovery and those who are in denial. So if you view all of these forms being problematic, then that statement becomes true. Now, at this top level, really the fields that deal with that are media ecology or social psychology. So we'll bring in some tools from those fields also. So just to explain, coming back to the framework, we said we have these four frameworks. I want to explain an example of what we mean by that because it may be a little hard to get a grip on that. So City Vision has a holistic model we use for recovery. And we use this in our Wounded Healers program, but also throughout our courses, a lot of our courses. So the idea is that you're trying to help people expand their personal capacity for recovery. And in our Wounded Healers course, this is the framework we use. Now, everything that's highlighted in green is really going to be taken to clinical counseling. What the items that are in this aqua or blue is going to be life skills, and then the personal growth is this kind of pink, hot pink color. So you can see that each of these can be helpful. You need personal growth, so support groups and counseling, but a clinical counseling framework towards managing thoughts and beliefs is going to be cognitive behavioral therapy, whereas a pastoral perspective is going to be healthy core beliefs and Christian worldview and maybe City Vision's theology courses. Again, with managing emotions, clinical is going to be dialectical and a lot of City Vision's counseling courses. Life skills is our emotional intelligence course, and then personal growth would be support groups and counseling. Then healthy relationships, you can kind of go through these and get the same idea across the board of what's life skills, what's personal growth in pastoral. So this course is going to cover all of those. So the other thing is that the update of this course was updated, increased the clinical counseling emphasis on behavioral addictions. In the graduate section, there was a new book and assignments to reflect this. One thing to recognize, we kept the older videos from the previous version of this course. One, because I feel like they're really well done, and the students had a lot of positive feedback from those. But in some cases, the weekly order might be off because we reordered some of these things. And also, you might want to ignore details on the final project as it's been reworked. So, where you see something explained in some of the older videos and they use a different format that differs from other things in the course, focus on what's actually in the online course. So hopefully you will really enjoy this course. As I said, our students have said that this is probably in the top, 2 or 3 transformative courses. So I would encourage you to, put a lot of effort into it and you'll get a lot of benefit from it. So thanks a lot.